Tragedy strikes Katie. Bill's words lead to her death. The bold and the beautiful spoilers. Los Angeles had seen its share of heartbreak, betrayal, and scandal, but nothing could have prepared the Forrester, Logan, and Spencer families for the devastating chain of events that would unfold on that warm, deceptively peaceful afternoon. A tragedy was coming. One born not from violence, not from malice, but from words, careless, sharp, and irreversible. And at the center of it all stood Katie Logan, a woman who had fought harder than most just to stay alive. Katie Logan had always been the quiet strength in her family. While Brooke burned like wildfire and Donna floated like a dreamer, Katie carried herself with resilience forged through pain. She had survived a heart transplant, faced mortality head-on, and emerged believing that love, true, unconditional love, was worth every risk. For years, Bill Spencer had been that love. Their relationship was complicated, scarred by betrayal and forgiveness, but Katie believed that what they shared ran deeper than mistakes. Bill had promised her stability, a future, a partnership built not just on passion, but on trust. But promises, Katie was about to learn, were fragile things. Bill Spencer was a man who thrived on power, control, and certainty. He built empires with his bare hands, crushed enemies without blinking, and spoke his mind without considering the collateral damage. Lately, he'd been restless. The Spencer Publications office felt like a cage. His marriage to Katie, once his anchor, now felt like an obligation. He loved her, or at least he believed he did, but love, in Bill's world, had always been tangled with dominance. And then there was Poppy Nozawa, a spark from his past, a reminder of who he used to be before responsibility weighed him down. Bill told himself it was harmless nostalgia. He was wrong. It started as an argument. One of many. Katie had sensed Bill pulling away, missed dinners, distracted conversations, that familiar emotional distance she had sworn she'd never tolerate again. That afternoon, she confronted him in their living room, sunlight streaming through the windows, unaware it would be the last time she'd ever stand there. "Just tell me the truth," Katie pleaded, her voice steady but her eyes filled with fear. "Are you still in this? With me?" Bill sighed. A long, irritated breath. "Katie, I don't know how many times we're going to have this conversation." Something inside her cracked. "I almost died, Bill," she said softly. "I fought to live. For Will. For us. Don't tell me I'm asking for too much." Bill's jaw tightened. "That's the problem," he snapped. "Everything is about what you need. What you can't handle. I'm tired of walking on eggshells because you're afraid your heart can't take the truth." Katie froze. "My heart," she whispered. "Yes, your heart," Bill shot back. "Your illness. Your fears. Your constant reminders that I have to be careful with you. I don't want to live like that anymore." The words hung in the air, sharp, cruel, final. Katie's face went pale. "So, what are you saying?" she asked. Bill looked at her, frustration overtaking empathy. "I'm saying maybe you're not strong enough for the kind of life I want anymore." Katie felt it then, a tightness in her chest. At first, she thought it was panic. Emotional pain manifesting physically. She placed a hand over her heart, forcing herself to breathe. Bill noticed, but dismissed it. "Katie, don't do this," he said, exasperated. "Don't turn this into another medical crisis." Her knees buckled. "Bill, something's wrong," she whispered. The room spun. The world narrowed. Her transplanted heart, once a miracle, now struggled under the weight of unbearable stress. Bill stepped forward, irritation flickering into concern. "Katie." She collapsed. Sirens wailed through the streets of Los Angeles as paramedics rushed Katie to the hospital. Bill followed in stunned silence, his earlier words echoing in his mind. "You're not strong enough. I don't want to live like that anymore." At the hospital, Brooke and Donna arrived in a panic, terror etched into their faces as doctors rushed Katie into surgery. "What happened?" Brooke demanded, her voice shaking. Bill couldn't answer. The truth sat like poison in his throat. Hours passed. Finally, a doctor emerged, his expression grim. "Mrs. Logan suffered acute cardiac failure," he explained. "Her heart transplant had been under extreme stress. Emotional trauma can be a significant trigger." Donna broke down sobbing. Brooke stared at Bill, realization dawning. "What did you do?" she whispered. Bill's silence was answer enough. The doctor continued, his voice heavy. We did everything we could, but she didn't make it. The words shattered the room.
Donna screamed. Brooke collapsed into a chair, sobbing uncontrollably.
And Bill Spencer, powerful, ruthless Bill Spencer, felt his world crumble.
Katie Logan was gone. Not because of an accident. Not because of illness alone. But because the man she loved most had broken her heart beyond repair. News of Katie's death spread quickly.
Will Spencer was inconsolable, blaming his father for pushing his mother too far. The Forrester family closed ranks around the Logans, anger simmering beneath their grief. Brooke confronted Bill privately, her voice cold with fury. She gave you everything, Brooke said. And you killed her with your words. Bill tried to defend himself, but there was no defense. For the first time in his life, Bill Spencer couldn't bulldoze his way out of the consequences. In the days following the funeral, Bill began seeing Katie everywhere. In reflections, in quiet rooms, in dreams where she looked at him with sadness instead of anger.
Her voice echoed in his mind. I just wanted to be enough. Sleep eluded him. Alcohol numbed nothing. Power meant nothing.
He had won every battle, except the one that mattered most. The legacy of Katie Logan. Katie's death changed everything.
It fractured families. It humbled a titan.
It served as a brutal reminder that words can kill just as surely as actions. And as the bold and the beautiful moved forward, one truth remained painfully clear. Katie Logan's heart had survived surgery, betrayal, and loss, but it could not survive the man who promised to protect it. Coming up on The Bold and the Beautiful. Bill spirals into self-destruction as guilt consumes him. Brooke struggles with forgiving the man who broke her sister. Will demands justice for his mother. And Katie's memory continues to shape the lives she left behind.